update my add-ons. All right. There we go. What's up, guys? How are you? What's up? Check something here. Go here. See something real.
Hi, everyone.
Oops. Didn't mean to click my own damn video. All right. What's up, everybody? Rax, you are I'm wonderful. Wow, if only I could start all my days off like that. Thank you, dude. Yo, where's the music, by the way? The pre-download is up on PS5. Yeah, I thought somebody told me we're gonna get new Diablo 4 info today. Hi guys, how are ya? I'm good. I woke up actually feeling pretty sick. I have a sore throat and I have a bit of a fever, but then I just made some chicken noodle soup and I ate the chicken noodle soup and drank some water and I'm already feeling better, so that was easy. I just made some chicken noodle soup, that's all. We're big chillin'. I'm your favorite PoE2 content creator. Just came to say thanks for all that you do. Damn, why is everybody being so nice to me today? Yeah, I've been on a few podcasts this week and it's weird. There's always a bunch of comments on them that some people really, really hate me. Some people think I'm like really, really, really bad at ARPGs. Some of them post things like, why would you ever follow a Rax build? He's terrible at ARPGs. I was like, wow. Damn, these guys hate me. They nerfed Barb in the Season 14 patch notes. Wait, do we have the patch notes? Oh. The PTR. Oh, we have the PTR patch notes? Oh, let's check this out. Thank you. June 2nd. Wow. Right on top of PoE 2. Well, so am I crazy, or most of your time in Diablo 4 you're never in the overworld? Are they trying to make us go to the overworld? Because it seems like unless you do Helltide from a war plan, you're never going to see these. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Is there no sound? There's sound. I'm just reading real quick. Yeah, but what about war plans applying to all characters? Wow, you can fix your uniques? Oh man, dude. This is definitely going to shorten the item chase. Nice. Nice. So that way you don't have to open the chest. That's a good idea. Hmm. Okay. Oh, here we go. Wow, Thorns got nerfed. So this might single-handedly, well, I guess it doesn't ruin my build, but well, actually it might ruin. Does this ruin the Spiritborn build? This line might actually just ruin the entire build. Because now Ravager is only going to give us 3 minimum ferocity. So I think unless we can get a minimum ferocity somewhere else, I don't think my... Is Mercenary any good in PoE 2? I don't really play... I really don't know, Bearded. I would answer for you, but I don't really know. I never really play Mercenary. Oh, man. Oh, they killed my build. Okay, they definitely killed it. They killed it here, and here, and here. Okay. Wow, 90% nerf to Apocalypse. Wow, they got rid of the Spirit Wolves. Cut the Spirit Wolves in half. They don't make enemies vulnerable. Oh, they nerfed the shit out of this too. It used to be +3 to all skills. Now it's just 1, right? Because you used to be able to overcap it. Now it's just 1. So I think this is completely useless now. You won the Mobalytics hoodie. Hell yeah, man. I'm happy for you, buddy. Mm. Wait, am I reading this correctly? Did they not nerf ball lightning? They didn't nerf ball lightning? Or am I stupid? Paladin? Balance updates. Paladin. Spiritborn. Warlock. Wait, they didn't nerf Barb, or they didn't nerf Whirlwind Barb or Ball Lightning? I don't understand. Why do these patch? Oh, here. Oh, I see. Base game. Here we go. Base game. I see. Here it is. Oh, yep. Here we go. Wow. Wow. Oh, oh, yep. There it goes. Wow. +6 to all skills on Shaco. Damage reduced from 80 to 15. Wow. 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 I would say that materials might arguably got better because we don't give a shit about this Divine Barrage. Wow, holy. So they cut this by a factor of 7, and then they also put a cap on it. What's happening? Why is my thing scrolling? Go back. My computer started randomly scrolling. I didn't do that. Now I don't know where I here. Didn't play druids, so I have no idea on that. Oh. Oh, yeah, I'll probably play SSF when it comes out. I want to read one of the Spiritborn bug fixes, see if they actually fixed it or not. This is the one that has the issue, but I didn't think the issue was failing to trigger Gorilla. The issue was it was failing to trigger the secondary haul bonus. So it doesn't look like they fixed it. Is the Realm Walker the season mechanic? Yeah, it seems like it. The issue here with this mechanic is it seems to only happen in the overworld. If we read how these things spawn, where is it? Here. These are in the overworld, which we're never in. This updates in Helltide. This updates in the fields and the world boss. So if you're doing your war plan, you better pick Helltide every single time because almost none of the activities are outdoors. The Death Chamber is in Nightmare Dungeons. The Death Chamber. This? Okay. But it has to have the Rupture affix. Yeah, so Infernal Horde, every Nightmare Dungeon that you run that doesn't have this affix, boss fights, da 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 da. Most of them will have nothing to do with the season. Well, I'll be honest with you. I actually don't mind the nerfs at all. Some of these builds are completely out of control. Blizzard has to take control of it now or it's over. The thing that I'm sad about though is the season Realm Walker, I think, was universally hated as a season mechanic. Most people hated this, and it's almost entirely within the overworld. So unless on your war plans, unless you're picking Helltide every time, or you have the right Nightmare Dungeon sigils, you don't even get to really engage with it. And then the war plans, I don't see where they said that you can actually carry over the war plans on your other characters, which I thought was by far the most important change needed in the game. Yeah, at least it's not powers. It's not powers, and they are adding some permanent additions to the game, which is nice. So I'm very happy for that. Like Herodric Cube recipes and SSF mode. That stuff is nice. But I actually don't mind the nerfs at all. I don't mind them at all. They absolutely have to take control of the game. So I don't mind that. The problem is wasn't Realm Walker one of the most hated seasons that they ever did? Why did they go back to it? Hi Grant, how are you? No, I didn't see the Grim Dawn expansion news. What did they say about it? It comes out on July 23rd. That's great news. That's great news. Yeah, I'll make a quick video on that patch later. That's not it's not I mean, the season seems I mean, I guess don't knock it till you try it, but it seems pretty bad if I'm being honest. Season seems bad, but at least it's not powers. And at least the season launch is coming with some permanent additions to the game. Yeah, this does not sound like it's going to be the world's best season, that's for damn sure. They are not very good at doing seasons. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to get excited for that information at all, if I'm being honest. I'll hop in and play for a bit for sure. But overall, that it doesn't sound very good, guys, if I'm being completely honest. Doesn't sound good at all. Maybe the updates to the game itself will be good. But I'm very, very like the only thing that I can think of is they needed to reuse some assets because they didn't have enough time, and so because they needed to reuse assets, they just went for Realm Walker. But that was definitely one of the most, from what I can remember, one of the most hated seasons. It was quite bad. Is Plant Daddy viable on a controller? Absolutely. You only press one button and everything else is automatic. It should be godly on a controller. Can you tell me, is it better on Druid or Lich for plants? Thank you. And why? Thank you in advance. Well, both of them would be great, buddy. I think Lich might have better defense. I'm not sure which of them will hit harder, but the selling point of the Druid is the quality of life. The Druid has everything happen automatically. Druid is mega quality of life. That's why I play Druid. I'm not gonna have any problems ever. On the other variants, you have to solve more variables. I ain't got no time to solve nothing. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, so it's Druid is for quality of life. You're guaranteed to crit always, right from Act 3. From Act 3 in the campaign, you crit every time. How is this guy at full health? Proximal tangibility, huh? Man, this guy being possessed by a bear has a bajillion health. Did I drop Bone Storm? I didn't drop it, I just don't have a gem for it yet. Just kidding, I lied. I do have a gem for it. Wait, nope, we gotta do Entangle 5 first. you're playing my Plant Daddy build and you're annihilating the entire game. That's what I love to hear, man. Hell yeah. Noxious, Tavin, Drumbeat, Captain MLG, Wisdom, Mac, Harry Botter. Wow, nice name. Mr. Ziggy. Thank you so much for the subs, guys. Harry Botter. That should be everybody who cheats name in ARPGs. That's funny. I don't get it. Why is my mana being drained? I'm in the dead center of the circle. These guys have so much health, it's crazy. It doesn't mana, the blue donut doesn't mana drain you if you're right on top of them, no. Is an inevitable crit with cast on crit kind of broken? I mean, I wouldn't use the word broken, but it's very strong. That's the whole reason why we do this. Nice. We got stronger. You would love to hear my feedback. Okay. My feedback on I'm scrolling. Calvin, my feedback on what? What do you want to hear my feedback on? Do I think Monk is bait or a solid starter? Oh, Monk is solid. I already tested it. It's really good. It's not bait. It's good. Not bait. Sorry, what was Calvin's question? Oh, on Crimson Desert. I played Crimson Desert when it first came out, and it had massive, like, control problems. I thought that, I thought the controls for Crimson Desert on day one launch were close to the worst for any video game I've ever played in my entire life. I've heard they've gotten a lot better, which is great news. I've heard it's gotten much better, so that's good. But yeah, I mean, I almost couldn't even stomach playing the game. Like, it didn't have anything to do with the game. It had to do with how crazy bad the controls were. It was actually insane that the game launched in that state. Yeah, I think the best way to start Monk is just to start with a bow in your hand and playing Lightning Arrow. I think you just play Lightning Arrow at the beginning. What's better, dark chocolate or milk chocolate? Well, they both taste very good, but dark chocolate is better for you, so probably dark chocolate. They both taste good, though. Taste-wise, maybe milk chocolate is slightly better. But dark chocolate's better for you. I actually, as I get older and older and older, I put a higher and higher emphasis on, like, whether I like something or not. Actually, yeah, the Diablo 4 without the DLC is terrible. You really have to buy the expansion to enjoy the game. Yeah, the D4 is a pretty rough experience without buying the DLCs, unfortunately. When does the build pick up better single target DPS? When it gets its single target DPS plant. It's a level 9 skill gem. So you get it in Act 3. Act 3. Oh, I didn't realize, one thing I didn't realize about Bone Storm is how much crowd control it puts on enemies. That's nice. How mandatory is big investment for crit scaling? Mandatory. We have a guaranteed chance to crit. So we scale crit. Like, that's definitely how you do it, unless you guys can think of a better way to scale the damage. Am I making a plant filter? I don't ever use a filter in the campaign, ever. I just play. There's look, there's no loot on the ground ever. So I usually just play. Yeah, if you're gonna use the loot filter, I would just use the default one from just whatever, the default one from Filter Blade. I don't use a loot filter here. Barely anything drops. Where do we roll critical strike chance? Well, one way to think about it is anywhere you can get it, but the mathematics of it actually say that it's much stronger to scale critical strike damage. Critical strike damage, I think, is the best the real way to hit very, very hard is scaling that to the moon.
Step by bloody step.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. That was a good trick to learn for sure. Okay, this is going pretty good. And those boots are terrible. They do have 86 armor on them. But I'd lose 10. A unique pair of boots that doesn't have movement speed on them is just a keck W, man. I leveled up. Lit. That was a good one, too. Thank you. That was a very good node to get. This guy is being quite mean to me. Shit. Adios, amigo. Where is a link to this build? Let me get you a link here. Shoot around a well. Here we go. I think you can also exclamation plants. It might already be a command under plants. There is the link, guys, if you want to follow it. Return to the caravan. Do I buy supporter packs? Do I have any recommendations? I usually never do, buddy. I actually usually never do, which probably makes me a terrible person. Dude, if that would have been +2 to Fizz. Oh man, dude, come on.
If you are traveling through the traitor, I will browse as long. I'll unburden you. I hear you. Take your time as you wish. Warm nights.
Just for fun. Actually, we don't have any regals. Does anybody else wish they would get rid of the well in town and just, if you port to town, it would just refill your flask charges? I don't know. I don't understand why that's in the game.
of Osteria once bloomed with life and color.
I have very, very low health right here. By the way, I lost my Bone Storm somehow. I need more int. Another Exalted Orb. I already have 4 Exalted Orbs. This is the currency box, right? This is the currency box, I'm pretty sure, researchers. Alright, well. Let's see what this stairs will give me. Absolutely nothing. You're gonna run this build tomorrow? Hell yeah, man, me too. So we need int. There, now I got my Bone Storm back. I need more support gems, is what I really need. I need more support gems. Let's see what's in here. Hey, a little chunk of gold, never hurt anybody. I'm looking for the snake girl that we could fight. Where is the snake girl? Is my walk my middle mouse button? Not my middle mouse button, my side mouse button. But yes. I force move. I don't understand. Why did that do 0? Did I not throw it right on top of her? How did that do 0 damage? Unless I'm crazy, I threw it right on top of her.
One less coil around it.
Your dad is 67. You're going to miss him a lot when he passes away. Just spend time with him, buddy. Spend as much time with him as you can.
Once a city, now a graveyard.
Larry, you're playing the Spiritborn build in Diablo 4. Yeah, that build's amazing, but I gotta be honest with you, Larry. You gotta enjoy it, buddy. They're nerfing the shit out of it next league. We saw the patch notes today. The 6-7 brain rot is not allowed. Permaban. Sorry, dude. No 6-7 comments allowed or it's a permaban. Yeah, it's we've always done that. It's been a rule from the beginning. What if he didn't know? Well, now he knows. It's his fault for engaging in it in the first place. I'm not banning him because he said 6-7 in my chat. I'm banning him for saying 6-7 ever. Which is what, honestly, everybody should do, but... You know what I mean. What is that anyway? Can somebody promote that, man, please? You don't want to know. The same thing could be said about 69. No, anything about wieners is always funny. Anything about wieners is allowed. There's a big difference.
They built shrines. None came to answer.
See, Derek, that's how you know you're in the right spot. I have found my people. Rush, man, what a great band. Here we go, guys. Me versus the boss. I hope it goes well. We are hating on 6-7 in this generation like you hated on that boy in your generation. Oh, well. I don't know what that means, but it sounds horrible. It sounds even worse than what we had to go through. At least we have Rush to make us feel better.
I hear. Take your time as you wish.
When he got a coven, Sophia discontented, those changes had permanent. The changes.
I hear. Browse as long as you like.
What do you say?
As you wish.
Scott, but yes, what do you say about society?
Take care.
You love Rush? Me too, man. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of brutality here. And instead we are going to cut accelerated growth for the bombs. And now what we're going to do... Actually, we could put brutality in Bone Storm. Now what we can do is we can use some of these artificer orbs that we have here, and then we can take our... Where is it? Where is it? I'm so confused. Oh, here. Wait, where did all my runes go? Why are they here? This is not the correct Jin Barya either. Wait, where are all my baby runes, though? Where did all my baby ones go? Dang it. I don't have any baby ones? Well, I don't have any of the right shit, I guess. I guess we go like this. I don't know, I don't have a choice. I guess we go like that. And this is wrong. Somebody said the 6-7 comment and got someone else banned for spamming it. Is that one of those instances where... Is that one of those instances where someone gets in trouble in school and then a kid retaliates at the first kid and then the wrong guy gets blamed? That happened to me once in 9th grade English class. A kid threw a piece of paper at me across the room, and it hit the floor. I picked it up and I threw it back at him, and our teacher was the football coach, and he saw me throw the piece of paper across the room, and then and I hit him, and the teacher goes, "You get out of my classroom now." And I looked up at him and I go, at first I didn't know he was talking to me. I go, "Me?" And he goes, "Yeah, you." And I literally picked up my stuff and I smiled at him and I go, "You fucked up." And I walked out of the room and he didn't say anything. All I said was, "You fucked up." I don't in front of my entire class. I just told him straight up, "You fucked up big time." I walked outside of the classroom. I sat there the whole class, and then he came outside and he said, "Ryan, can I ask you something?" And I go, "You sure can. I can't wait for this." And he goes, "Did he throw the paper at you and you just threw it back at him?" I go, "Exactly. I was doing nothing. He threw it at me." And he goes, "I apologize. The second you told me I fucked up, I instantly figured it out. My bad. I'll make an announcement at the start of the next class absolving you of blame." I go, "Don't worry about it. It's fine." I went to my next class. It's like, bro, he threw the paper at me. You fucked up. You fucked up, Aaron. He knew he was the football coach, right? That's part of the reason why I talked to him like that. Like he's kind of a rough dude, which is kind of weird that he's an English teacher, but you know, whatever. I'm not judging. But yeah, he blamed the wrong kid. I didn't do anything. I could have been the bigger man and not retaliated, but fuck that. If Alex throws a piece of paper at me, I'm gonna Randy Johnson him right in the face. Sorry. That's the way it goes. So I have actually had that happen to me. He knew right away. From two things. First of all, I go, "Me?" He goes, "Yeah, you." I go, "Oh, you fucked up. That's fine." He knew. He knew right away. If you threw it back, didn't you throw a paper nonetheless? I did throw a paper, but I didn't start the conflict in his chat. I didn't start the conflict that disrupted his chat. I was paying attention, and I was like one of his best students. I was an AP straight A 4.0 student. I was definitely like the class clown, but I also just dominated. So he should have, I mean, it's fine. He saw me throw the piece of paper. That's the only thing he saw, and he kicked me out of his class. But right away, when I looked at him, I go, "Are you fucking serious?"
To fathom what this place
He knew. I mean,
Titans.
he's around rowdy high schoolers all day long. He knew. The YouTube stream is stuttering very badly. I would try either refreshing or turning down the quality. Turn it down to 720. The stream is by default in 1440p. It might be way too high for your internet or something. When do I press 4 on this build? I constantly press it. That's my plant. All the time. You're not saying I instigated it, but I did do something. Oh. I mean, yes, like the quote unquote standard teacher would say, Ryan, in next time, I would like you to hold the paper to yourself and then come speak to me after class and we can discuss the matter and then we can go over and talk to Alex and you can use an iMessage system where you tell him about your feelings to get him to stop. I'm sorry, Mr. Rosenberg. If he throws a piece of paper at me, I'm going to Randy Johnson him in the face. If you don't like it, move me to another English class. I'm not a fucking pussy. Sorry. Sorry. I don't need you to resolve my conflicts for me. Let me take his eye out. We got good optometrists in the city. They can fix it. They can give him a fake eye. It's fine. The person you need to talk to is Alex. He's causing drama in your class, and I'm just finishing it. I'm sorry. But don't say you're sorry, you're not sorry. Well, I'm sorry. He didn't ask me to do this. He didn't tell me to not throw it back at Alex. He never said anything like that. Other teachers would have told me that, but he didn't. But I'm sorry for not obeying your rules on retaliation, but I reject them and substitute in my own. Sorry. Was it Alex Pleblord? You want to know what was crazy? When I first read what you wrote there, his last name did start with a P, and I was like, oh my god, this guy knows. Oh yeah, I was never sorry to Alex. I would have been sorry to Mr. Rosenberg for not following his rules, but that's a rule I'm not going to follow. Anyway, it was fine. It was totally fine. I was just appreciative that he understood that I did not crumple up a piece of paper and throw it at Alex for nothing. I don't, I'm definitely the class clown, but I don't do stuff like that. I don't disrupt class like that. How old am I? I'm 39. 39 years old. Why not just retaliate outside of class? I mean, I probably did. If they hit you once, you hit them twice. Guys, Alex was not throwing the piece of paper at me maliciously. He was a friend of mine. I don't care that he throw the paper at me. It doesn't matter. Alex is not Alex is also a pretty nice guy. He's a friend of mine. We're not at war. He's a friend of mine. He crumpled up a piece of paper and threw it at me to try when the teacher wasn't looking. I just threw it back at him, and then the teacher was looking. There's no drama here, guys. It's fine. It's all good. The devs are talking about D4 right now. I mean, I kind of want to watch it. I also kind of don't want to watch it because we already read the patch notes, and the patch notes are... The next season seems quite bad. I don't know. Do you guys want to watch? You guys want me to watch the presentation on it? Is it powers as usual? I'm going to make a bold statement, Lee. I actually think it's worse. I would argue that it's worse than powers. They took one of the least popular seasons ever, and they're redoing it, but only in the overworld. So it won't apply to any war plan that you do, except Helltide and Nightmare Dungeon if you have a very specific Nightmare Dungeon affix. So it doesn't apply to anything that you're doing anyway. They're bringing back Realm Walkers, which, I don't know, if I remember correctly, I only played it for like 2 days, was like one of the worst seasons ever. They are adding nice permanent additions to the game, like SSF mode, and they are bringing in new Herodric Cube recipes, which is good, but I think the season itself looks horrible. When is the presentation? Is it right now? I don't know. Do you guys want to watch it, or I don't know. We already read the whole patch notes.
One's been laid to rest.
Julie wants to watch it. Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess we're going to play PoE 2 for a billion years in a row anyway, right? I guess we can watch it. Let's see if they can change my mind on it. All right, fine. Let's see if they can sell me on this. The patch notes look... I don't know. Are they presenting right now? When's the presentation? Oh, it's not right now? Wait, when is it? It's in the Sanctuary Discord on Discord only? What the fuck? What? What? You guys can't hear it. Oh. Okay. You can't hear it. Uh. Uh. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Okay. First of all, okay. Can't hear it. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to hear it. So, hold on.
Or are they seasonal?
Sorry, I was muted. The new mythic unique rarity is permanent. Some of the
Now can you hear it?
loop in terms of like crafting is potentially seasonal only, but new mythics are staying.
Okay.
Thank
So
you.
actually,
Thank you.
I'm gonna.
All right. Have some. Let's see.
I guess I'll play PoE. I can't
Okay.
have you see
one
them
might be
and hear it. I
controversial.
have to play it on my other computer.
But it is coming up. We are seeing a lot of tower and leaderboard questions coming out. So if we, again, it's one of those where
It's
like,
too
hey,
loud? Is
if
it
we
too
don't have a
loud?
response, no worries. Like I think we can always follow up on it. But I guess just to present to the group over here, with tower going out of beta, now will there be a ladder reset or purges whenever exploits are found? Similar to like what we've seen with some of the classes, or will it be
It's too
similar,
loud.
or will it be? Yeah, let me pause it right there. Yeah, with tower going out, how are we approaching things
I
like
turned it down.
exploits and and essentially some bugs that might be affecting leaderboards?
Bart, I don't know if you have a better answer for that one. I'm not too tied into the tower.
Oh, you're muted.
Why do I keep doing that? No, I don't have an answer for that right now. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, what we're seeing mostly right now is like one, we're super appreciative of everyone surfacing a lot of like the reports and bugs. I think not only just kind of like pointing to it, but also providing like a lot more insight information around like what's causing that stuff. So we're seeing a lot of stuff like I think what the players are seeing now is definitely some more reactions on like how we're approaching it. I think the most recent thing that it's occurring today is like, you know, there are some things that are occurring right now in the current state of like season 13 to a point where like we care about the integrity of the game. So you're seeing that right now we put a pause into the official launch of what would have been like a new launch of a ladder. But just know the conversations are always flowing. I think the main thing is like trying to find that essence of like balance and integrity in the leaderboard. But yeah, right now you're seeing one example of like how we're addressing it, which is looking to find a solve for what's causing some of these exploits and bugs, and in turn, at the moment, putting a pause and delay. Using this as a platform to just give thanks to a lot of folks who are like being very patient with us, knowing that like while we're still in this beta, trying to figure out how to get things ready for the official launch, like everyone's been really cool for the most part for the places that I've been raiding in with the delay. But yeah, we care about it a lot. It is a source for information and insight for a lot of us internally, so we want to make sure that the experience is great for all of you.
Yeah, I just want to like really double down on it. We care about the integrity of the ladder a lot. Like we are actively investigating and following up and fixing every single exploit that is out there right now. Yeah, so we care a lot.
All right, let's see here. Hopefully that answered a
fucking
handful
100
of some of the
owed by the
leaderboard
steed.
questions.
It
And I think we'll have
100
more.
owed
I think
me.
one thing that we're
One
planning
attack.
down the line is like as we get closer
This game,
to major announcements and like showcases like a developer update. And of course, after the PTR, a lot of things are going to be taken into consideration as far as like learnings from gameplay experiences. That will be another moment where we'll have more updates to share as well. So thanks for the question. Let's see. Answered questions around that. Oh, solo self found. I am seeing some questions around solo self-found. Once again, I got wrecked by chat. But any notes on comments around solo self-found, team's anticipation, motivations, kind of what the team's thinking right now? It's been highly discussed throughout many months leading up to this. But anything that we could share right now with the players regarding solo self-found coming into the PTR and later on down the road for season 14.
You got any thoughts, Ben? Because I can add some commentary if you don't.
Not too much. I'm excited for players to get their hands on it. Sure.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously, SSF has been a pretty heavily requested feature from the community. We're really excited to finally be able to give it to you guys.
Do I not have
really,
a-
this is for
do
the
I not
people
have any
who
more health
who
buffs?
want the kind of like the integrity in that competition. If they're ladder, if they're pushing leaderboards, or if they
Where
just
is
want an
the seed?
experience where like I
the
really just
death
want
note
to
is the
rely
one that's still
entirely on
alive.
myself, right? It's a separate partition. You'll still be able to play in the world with other players in solo self-found. Like you're not just going to be in completely empty overworld and like doing world bosses solo or something like that. You just won't be able to group or trade or actually engage in active party play with anybody else on the partition.
Oh, actually, so I have a follow-up. Let me change gears a little bit. Draco's asking a question about mythics. So the question, after getting a unique upgraded to a mythic, can I make it a mythic charm so I can use it together with a unique charm? And finally, and some use to the mythic seal of the diamond.
Actually, that's a pretty cool idea. We're not doing anything with unique and mythic charms in season 14, but if it's something that we're looking at extending support for in the future. Yeah, that's a really cool idea.
Return to... Oh, I didn't...
Let me see. Wanted to see.
Wait.
Are either of you able to answer questions around loot filter?
Return to...
So I don't dive too deep into the
Sarka
question.
to get
and,
the
It
horn.
might be a question that's better answered later on.
Oh, here. There we go.
Yeah, I don't have too much info on the filter.
I can answer some high-level questions, but I don't know. Depends on what the question is, I guess.
So Aoi Miko was asking, really love the loot filter. It helps so much. Are you planning to expand its functionality, like allowing us to change the size of the text labels, color saturation, and such, as well as settings for conditions per tournament level? Yeah, just curious about how the team is thinking about like loot filter and the expansion towards it.
Yeah, I'm glad people are excited about the loot filter. I use it. Yeah, everybody uses it basically. We are definitely looking at extending support, largely based on feedback provided us from you guys. We're not doing anything in season 14, but keep sending us your feedback, and we'll look to build out the feature set in the future.
So
Awesome.
so far has every answer been...
Here we had another question for unique charms.
We really like
and
your
I'm learning to
feedback.
scroll. I
We're
saw
not
this one
doing
message
anything
from a
with it
person.
now.
It's
Keep
like, hey,
sending
will
us your
will you
feedback.
learn how to use your mouse scroll? I am doing my best over here. You know what? Let me go search for our next question. I think let me throw it back over to you guys. I think there's a lot of content coming into the PTR, and maybe you guys can take turns and things that you'd love to see players kind of like emphasize a little bit more focus on PTR, and I could start to round up some questions on my end. So feel free to hop in, whoever wants to go first. But again, phrasing around, what are things that you would love to see players kind of explore and venture off into when it comes down to what's coming in for next week's PTR?
Yeah, so our main kind of activity loop revolved around these new things called ruptures. So I definitely want people to hop in, check out ruptures. They come in 3 varieties. There's kind of the standard rupture that can appear pretty much anywhere, but it's especially prevalent in Hell Tides. And that's mainly for helping with leveling and progressing your rep board. That's not going to be in PTR, but in the full release. So don't get too bogged down on those that are everywhere. What you really want to focus on is the 2 larger ruptures. So the surging rupture, those ones appear in Hell Tides, specifically in local event zones, and those ones are the ones that have a chance to spawn the Realm Walker. So when you do that, you have that chance. If it does spawn the Realm Walker, it pings everybody in the Hell Tide on that shard, and then so everyone can rush and work together to bring the Realm Walker down. And then we've got our largest size of rupture, which appears specifically in the boss arena that's southeast of Zarbanset. and that one's on a timer. It's every 20 minutes or so, and that one guarantees that you encounter a realm walker. And yeah, I just want to get your feedback on if the ruptures, are they fun? You're going to be doing a lot of them, so we need to make them as fun as can be. And how those work is you interact with them, so they're opt into activity. It expands, makes the circle on the ground that expands, and then that circle starts shrinking. And the idea is kind of the opposite of a lot of activities that we do, where you want to close the thing as fast as possible. This is the opposite of that. You want to keep the rupture open as long as you can, so you kill enemies inside the rupture and close these tears that appear in the rupture, and that pushes the bubble back out as it's shrinking. You're not going to be able to keep it open forever, because the rate that it closes keeps speeding up until you can't keep up with it. But you want to keep it open as long as you can, and that's how you earn the most rewards. And then the different versions are just kind of different takes on that. We've also got these a version of these that appear in nightmare dungeons with the rupture affix. So that kind of spices things up in that it's that circle, but you're in a confined space now, and you're having to deal with the walls and enemies in a lot smaller area. Let's see here. Also,
You know what, Ben? While you're on that thought, I actually have a comment here by Clarith. Clarith was basically commenting on how it was prior, saying that chasing the Realm Walker, who moves slowly and spewed out few mobs every now and then, wasn't as fun. Curious to know if there are any improvements, and I know we have a few things to kind of update in that regard.
Yeah. You no longer chase it around. It's a fight.
more.
When it erupts from the ground, either from a surging rupture or a colossal rupture, you just go straight into the fight, and you're not just following around slowly as it's like spawning in guys. It's like a pretty intense fight now, and you need to focus on it. And yeah, that's all. There's not any extra phases where you're like following it around. It's just a straight up kind of world boss fight almost now.
Sorry for interrupting. I figure we'll just get a segue into some comments that are coming in from players as you're explaining.
Yeah. So another real exciting thing for this season is we're reintroducing Reapers into into D4, or introducing Reapers into D4. We haven't seen the Reapers since D3. So we've got our main boss is a Reaper. So yeah, take on that boss. And we're trying to lean into kind of the angelic Reaper side of things. So this boss is like highly mobile. So yeah, check that out. Let us know if it's fun. Like, is the mobility of the boss, does that feel novel and make it feel different than the seasonal bosses that we've done in the past? Let's see here.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess one more note about the Nightmare Dungeon sigils with the Rupture affix. Like the normal way of getting those in the full season launch will also be closing ruptures. You can occasionally get the sigils that you need, but that's tied to the quest line, so you're not going to be able to get them the normal route. But Marak has you get the season cash or whatever from Marak, and that gives you just a ton of the sigils, and you can run those as much as you want.
Awesome, thanks, man.
Yep.
But for you, Art, anything kind of like top of mind, things that we're looking to get feedback on from players during the PTR experience?
Yeah, I mean, I think the obvious one is like the new mythics, right? Like, how do they feel? How are they affecting like overall build crafting across classes and archetypes, and like the larger meta? Like, we're hoping we open things up a good bit and make there be more options and more variety at that helps you scale at the top end, right? Definitely looking for feedback on the war plans changes. Like we added party board sync, which should help playing in a party. So feedback around how that flows and works would be very much appreciated. There's a couple new activity nodes in Helltide aimed at one is like complete a full escalation sigil run, so the 3 dungeons and Kill Astaroth, and one is spend a longer amount of Helltide than the existing Helltide activity node. And these are their activity tree experience and their war plans rewards are all scaled to the fact that they are longer form activities. And this is really just to promote the fact that there's a lot of like nodes in the activity trees for those activities that like promote you, for escalation sigils. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff with escalation sigil dungeons, and they're really fun. But it's really hard to line up multiple NMDs in a war plan. And similarly with Helltide, like half the tree is about like things that happen during thread, and like here's a 666 cinder chest, and like if the existing Helltide war plan is get in and get out in 5 minutes, I'm never actually engaging with that. So this is meant to help people who have those specs in their trees engage with that and not feel like they're chasing war plans RNG or like being inefficient. So super excited about that. We've changed mythic seals, or 2 of the mythic seals. I can't remember the actual names. The one that gives you -1 set requirements, that one's unchanged. We changed one of the other ones, the one that was -2 charm slots plus 2 unique charms. We just removed the penalty, so it's just you can equip up to 3 unique charms. So the kind of build path, talisman build path there is you're doing a 3-piece set bonus and 3 unique charms. And then the 3rd mythic seal for now has just been disabled while we kind of come up with a better design for it. For those eternal people, any existing copies of the one that's been disabled it's been replaced with the +2 unique charms one. Obviously, there's a bunch of cube updates. Looking to get feedback on all that. Looking to get especially on like how affix modification on uniques and new mythics feels. And there's some there's some changes or updates to dungeon keys. We basically made all of them salvageable for an appropriate amount of sigil dust, so that there's like some player agency and like I don't need these key types because I just don't need the thing, and then I can convert that into sigil dust, which then I can turn into keys of a type that I do need. I think that's kind of it at the very, very high level.
Cool, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the blog itself, if anybody wasn't sure, we have it up on Diablo4.com. Just feel free to hop in to check that out. Obviously, it's occurring next week, so we aren't expecting the most amount of questions because obviously it did get just posted up this morning. But yeah, if there's anything top of mind, that's why we are taking in some questions around like season 13 or just general lay of the land for D4 overall. I did have a question. Sorry, I wasn't able to copy and paste the name, but it was around cube. Question was, do you feel that cube crafting hit the mark you were going for, and do you plan on adding any more crafting options for the future?
Before I answer that question, I want to correct myself. The dungeon key salvaging thing is going into season 14, but it did not make the PTR. So I don't need your feedback on that
there's a bunch
PTR
of new
because it's not there.
recipes next week?
As far as the cube, honestly, yeah, I'm in big picture, I'm really happy with where cube landed. I love the community reception. I love that people love playing around with it. I like I like
Didn't
that
they
people
just
have
post
figured
in the
out
patch notes
the
there's a
kind of
bunch of
like
new
little
cube
tricks and
recipes?
interactions between other crafting
And the
systems
question
and like
is,
how
are there going to be new cube recipes?
I think that's all very cool. Obviously, there's some stuff that's been busted with the cube, like people hacking and crafting literally impossible items. Gem strength bonus is a clear outlier. Like it was never intended to be that strong. It was never intended to scale with two-handers. And we fixed that in
Grim Dawn, hell yeah.
in season 14. So hopefully,
thoughts on Asmongold saying he watches me play D4?
Really, really awful game loops to try and hit gem strength bonus.
Well, first of all, did he even say that? I thought Asmongold hates D4.
But yeah. Oh, sorry. And before I forget, the second part of that question is, yes, we are obviously going to be adding more crafting options in the future. We just added some stuff for season 14. Really, you can expect the cube to be a platform for more crafting stuff in the future, and we have lots of cool ideas.
Awesome. I think a question that I'm pulling up right now, just because we've also seen a lot of questions around.
I've always been a fan of Asmongold.
During lifespan of season 13.
I chatted with him when his dad died.
This one's from Dozer.
I was talking with him.
Are we expected to get
I think when
any
he was in the hospital
ports?
with his dad a little bit.
Anything coming in anytime soon?
I told him I knew what it felt like.
Okay to share with
I've lost
at this
both
moment,
parents,
things that are coming in for PTR.
Yeah, actually.
I just told him, hang in there, man.
In PTR,
I know what you feel like.
We've doubled the base experience of Infernal Hordes.
And I
You now
think
get
in
50
some
XP
ways
base
that
for doing a Hordes
comforted him
run,
a little bit
which on
that
top of the
somebody else
general,
knew what he felt like.
later Torment
I'm
experience.
sure some of you
boosts to
know
activity experience
know
should
what I'm
make
talking
leveling
about.
Your Infernal Hordes significantly
Oh,
faster. On the rewards
this
side,
extra chaos damage guy just killed me in like 0.5 seconds.
I don't think this made the PTR. We've made like the Infernal Hordes chests better. Like we made the equipment chest better. We made the War Plans No Talisman chest better. We made the the materials and the gold chests scale way better with more Aether. I'm trying to think what else. So, but I don't think those changes made the PTR. But something that did make the PTR is when you do an activity in War Plans, the amount of reward that you get is scaled per activity to account for the time that each activity takes. So Infernal Hordes was already getting a bonus, both in terms of non-activity XP rewards. We've increased that bonus further. So when you do Infernal Hordes, not only are you getting double the base amount of XP now, the other rewards, all of the rewards are scaled more than they were before. So that should hopefully make it a much more equitable choice in War Plans.
Gotcha. I'm going to cherry pick a few things that I've been seeing come up a lot in the chat, and I think it's fine if right now we're not ready to answer it. If anything, I do want to just recognize, like, hey, we're aware of a lot of these comments that are coming in, so just want to acknowledge that. I think what we're seeing a lot of this way also we can surface some additional questions, but there's a lot of questions around the War Plans account wide, which I believe that we've responded to lightly earlier. The other is I think just a lot of questions or requests almost for like any sort of remedy for stash space.
What was the answer, guys? That's the only thing I cared about.
Just trying to find a way to kind of like solve for that issue, and then the other is around Mephisto, like Mephisto sequences, seeing if there's a way to cut any of the scenes. Don't want to put the pressure too hard on you. Those are somewhat hard to answer, but if we have anything to add on, please feel free to share. Otherwise, just want to acknowledge to the community a hand over here on Sanctuary that, yeah, we're taking in these notes, this feedback, and if we don't have anything today, I'm sure that we'll have something for you in the future.
No additional comments on the War Plans thing other than what I said earlier. For Mephisto, I don't think it made it made the PTR, but we are making the cutscenes and stuff skippable for Uber Mephisto. And then I forgot what the second question was. Stash base, I think?
Rejoice. The chat paused that moment.
Dude, I've been there. I literally I got to the point where I just put my head down while he's doing his thing, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, can I? Yeah.
No, I think that's a good one. We've definitely seen a lot of that for each one of the iterations or patches. Just people curious, like I wonder if it's something that the dev team is considering. So thanks to all of you for mentioning that, and like that's really good news, Art, especially for the folks just running Rotas, trying to target efficiency when it comes down to the loot at the end of the tunnel. Let's see here. Okay. We are nearing the end. Hopefully that kind of eliminates some of the redundant questions, but do want to add some stuff in. There was a question I did see top of mind that kind of like resonated a little bit. Might be around leaderboards. I don't know if anyone here can answer it, but the comment was around fishing. Is there anything that we're doing to kind of like resolve for any iterations for leaderboards and how we can smooth out the experience for folks, especially for those looking to optimize or try to find that ideal kind of like map set via fishing. So one, I just want to acknowledge that the team is aware that, yeah, this is something that Colin's called out in the past, but curious to see like where we are today, if we have any additional comments on things that players can expect regarding like fishing and the experience with trying to get on top of the leaderboards. If not, we will reserve an answer in our dev update.
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah, I don't think we have any specific answers, but in general, I think philosophically, like,
yeah, that that was that was
Who goes there?
uh,
My wares are renowned. As you wish.
I
Goodbye.
don't know. I don't know. I don't.
Browse as long as I shall. You found a when I
You know, I just got done kind of enjoying a D4 season kind of for once. So
Of course. I'll ask Shambrin about this one.
I don't have anything to say. I'm in the D4 directory. Okay. That was I don't know. I got nothing to say about it. The expansion was pretty good, and they are adding some nice things in this next season, like SSF mode, some new cube recipes.
We now have them. Fight to the last.
They made a season that isn't powers. But
So this is where
yeah, I'm not exactly sure what to say about that overall. I'm lagging. Oh man, dude, I can't even play. What server am I on? Texas? Let's try Washington DC. I can't even click this. It only works if you click on the arrow. Let's try a different server.
we have goodbye.
only the strongest leave this place standing.
Yeah, in particular the season seems horrendous. I think the season seems horrible. Okay, we're running through Trial of Suck My Ass. You want to know what I think it is I think a season just means something very different to Blizzard than it does to either grinding gear games or EHG. I don't think they have the same meaning. You know what I mean? I don't think that it means the same thing between the companies. I think for like grinding gear games or EHG, a season is an epic opportunity to introduce a new godly mechanic out of the 100 that they brainstormed, and all hands will be on deck to feverishly work on making it as epic as possible. Da 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 da. And I think Diablo 4, a season, is okay, guys. We need to do something. We would prefer it not to be powers. Does anybody have any ideas that aren't powers that we can get done with this many resources very, very quickly that you think the people will kind of enjoy? It's not exactly like... It's not like an... It's not an evil thing, but it's just a different approach to seasons entirely.
Impressive endurance. I would give anything for a sip. A great challenge overcome. Relish your mortality.
Hi, Warlog. Did I catch the update for the new season? I did. There are some good things about it. In particular, the permanent additions to the game. I honestly like the nerfs. Like, the only way we're gonna stop hitting for many, many trillions of damage is if Blizzard nerfs builds. So I know a lot of the community won't agree with me there, but I think it's required for the game. You like the party war plan stuff? Well, I mean, the only thing that I actually care about for war plans we didn't get. The thing that I really care about is war plan's counting for your alts. The fact that that isn't in the game is a disaster. It needs to be prioed, in my opinion. You want to know what's funny? I could be wrong. I actually think you lose damage. I think you just straight up lose damage by using Bone Storm. I think if you just keep casting Thunderstorm and Entangle, I actually think you, if you don't do more damage, you do at least the same damage.
Greetings.
I think I'm just going to get rid of it.
Paths not yet taken.
I would definitely say it's better to leak start softcore, yeah, just to get used to the game.
Speak out. Oh, right. Of course. I'll ask Shambring about this one.
Let's see, can I get a better wand?
I will tell your tale.
Toro, that's great to hear, my friend. Console players can pre-download the update. That's great.
Ready yourself. We must prevail, no matter what.
Long road to get here. Not bitter now.
Let's go for 20,000 HP Jamanra. And by 20,000, I actually mean he probably has way more than that. What's my Spotify playlist? Exclamation playlist, buddy. Jamanra's the hardest campaign boss. Yeah, I just think Jamanra has way too much HP. Like, way too much. Sir. Okay. My lightning res is only 25 for Jamanra. That's very bad. How long is this caravan? Holy, it's actually 2 zones. But I think they're changing it next patch. I think they said they're changing it. I believe. Proximal tangibility. So we can't do any damage unless we stand right next to it. Oopsie. Okay, we're 29 now. Go with some more strength over here. Give me a little bit more life for Jamanra. See here, how does this essence work? This is lightning res on jewelry, or what did that say? Did it say jewelry? Armor or jewelry? Take that gold, by the way. Music is soothing. Hell yeah, man. Glad you like it. We're gonna need soothing music to cleanse our wounds from fighting Jamanra right here. Jamanra has a lot of health. So get ready for a long fight, boys. Get ready for a long fight.
You again.
I can't think of anything to do, yeah.
Wait, do you even know what he is? No, man. You'll find my king far more capable than Count Gianna. My king.
Here we go.
Put an end to this nuisance.
I can't think of anything to do yet. Jamanra's HP is unethical. Jamanra on pretty much every single build is like this. The amount of HP that he has is comical. Phase 2. Is it a damage or a defensive check fight? I would say damage, because he eventually fills the entire screen in Phase 2 with mechanics. Jamanra, can you walk the fuck over here? Oh my god. Holy mother of fuck! Oh my god, this boss is fucking crazy. Let me see here. Should I use I threw away brutality. Yeah, I don't know. This is just Jamanra, guys. This is just Jamanra. This is how it goes, unless you have a really, really good single target ability. This is just Jamanra. Like, his HP is crazy. Like, my plant guy is actually pretty strong. Like, we just did the Dreadnought and slaughtered it easily walking up to him. But this guy has more health than Ragnaros. This is the only boss like this. There's no other boss in the game that has... I think Jamanra's amount of HP for where he is in the campaign is way too high. Am I intentionally not using any other skills? Yeah, the only skill that... What we need is Thrashing Vines, but Thrashing Vines requires a level 9 skill gem, which I don't have. It's alright. We'll beat him. Just need to save my health potions. Alright, we'll win. We'll win. Yeah, I definitely don't quite understand that swingy attack. I'm not sure when I'm supposed to iframe it. I guess I just have to outrange it. It's a bad plant right there. Jamanra. This guy is actually out of control. Wonder, should I get closer to him for that or something? Okay. It's about to be staggered. I want to get close to him because I want to keep my armor pen on him. He's staggered. This guy is Uber Mephisto. Jamanra's always like that. Luckily, this is the last boss you ever have to fight without your single target plant. So you don't have this problem anymore. What am I... So I was playing with... Yeah, level 8 Entangle there. Jamanra is a very interesting boss. That's a brutal one.
Need something?
I would not be surprised. They're not doing it for this league, but I would not be surprised for the 0.5 launch if Jamanra's health is lowered. It doesn't even need to be like by a massive amount, but even if they took away like, I don't know, 15% of his HP or something, it would seem at least sort of reasonable. You bet they increase it? That would be crazy. Oh god, new PoE video. Oh no, dude. Not another one. Alright. I guess we'll watch it because I know you guys want to see it. Here we go.
When you reach the Atlas, you'll now run into some familiar faces. The Masters of the Atlas are kind of like Ascendancy classes, but for your Atlas tree, each giving you new and interesting ways to juice your maps. Each Master has 12 abilities that you can toggle on and off at any time. and you can have up to 4 of them enabled on any map. The first of these is Hilda. Find her in her camp nearby to the southwest of your starting location on the in-game atlas. Hilda would like you to track down powerful, unique beasts around Raxxanterax. After finding her, she'll direct you to a specific map. Simply go there and fight the boss to unlock rows of abilities. If you'd like to hunt bosses, Hilda is the master for you. She has many abilities related to killing powerful foes. Like this one, which allows you to cut open pinnacle bosses for a chance of getting another unique. They have to have more items in there, right? Hilda can also make Asmerian wisps no longer possess rare monsters, making them go only for the unique bosses in the area, powering up the boss, but making their rewards much better. If you combine that with her ability to make wisps be released from unique monsters on death, and her ability to add a second unique boss to maps, and her ability to make bosses that have been modified by other mechanics even more powerful and rewarding, you can significantly juice your rewards for boss killing. Next up is Doryani. Doryani would like help clearing corruption nexuses on the Atlas. You'll find the first one just slightly to the southeast of your starting location. With Doryani's science, you can accomplish some truly impressive feats. After each map, this node offers you the opportunity to terraform the Atlas from one biome to another. In the regular Atlas tree, you can gain points which add specific content to specific biomes, and by combining it with terraforming, you can really target the type of content you want. As a specialist in the Waygate, Doryani offers far more though. This node opens up new precursor ley lines after running some maps, allowing you to skip ahead and travel very quickly through the Atlas. If your goal is hunting down citadels, this ability will be very useful. One that I find particularly cool is Strongbox Constructions. Taking this node will add a button to strongboxes, allowing you to destroy them and create a rare construct from its parts. Each mod on the strongbox will turn into a mod on the construct, so crafting the strongbox first will allow you to make some pretty crazy rare monsters with these. Each master also tends to have some pretty simple other modifiers though. In Doryani's case, giving you an extra revive in your maps, or making all your maps irradiated, increasing their level.
Does that work in hardcore?
Jado is a member of the Order of the Jinn, a group that specializes in collecting powerful artifacts. You'll first run into him after opening an ancient Vaal vault, just to the north of your starting location. Afterwards, he offers to teach you his spycraft, so you too can protect the unique relics from entering the wrong hands. Jado can allow you to find more unique items, more unique strongboxes, more unique content like anomaly maps, and even a new unique strongbox that gives you reliquary keys that you can use to get even more unique uniques. I guess this guy really likes unique things, eh? No matter who you choose though, it's very easy to switch between them before every map. On the left hand side of the screen you can see the buttons for all 3 masters. You can pop this open and modify the loadout if you want, but most of the time you'll probably just switch to the most appropriate master before you run each map. Choose your path in the Return of the Ancients update on May 29th. Thank you for watching, and see
You know, on one, so that's a very nice update. On one hand, that sounds like a great thing, and on the other hand, it will also probably be a very annoying and terrible thing. Because think about it. If you have like one master that's really, really good for running like grass biomes, and one that's really, really good if you get like the unique, the certain map mods with uniques, and another one that's really good for, I don't know, expedition. And then in order to play optimally, you're going to have to keep clicking that the correct one every single time. I could also see it being very annoying. But it is nice that they give you the freedom to switch it. But it is still a great feature. One thing that they could do is they could nerf all 3 of them and just let you get all the powers for all 3 at all times. That also takes away something. That also takes away the idea of, well, I guess you still choose, right? You still choose their powers. I don't know. I don't know what the best solution would be. We're going to have to try it. We're going to have to see if we feel the need to constantly respec all the time. Okay. Well, guys, I think I'm going to hang it up for today. Purposely have a super short stream today because tomorrow we absolutely blast. And yeah, it's going to be good. We'll certainly be in the end game in the very first day. Hopefully very far into the end game on the very first day. Should be very good. Is there a tier list yet? I think some content creators have made tier lists, but I think it's very hard to tell. I think PoE is a very hard game to make tier lists for and to try to guarantee that they will be right. Yeah, it's a big undertaking to try to make a tier list. All right, guys, I'm heading out for today. Thank you so much. Tomorrow is a big blast. It will be great. We just watched it, Oxygen. We watched the new update. Thank you so much, guys, for all of the subs all day. I really appreciate it. Bath of Exile. Have I played Dead Space 3? Dead Space 3? I've never played, or have I played Dead Space, all 3 games in the last DLC are so good. Have you guys played Dead Space? Is that a good game? It is amazing. Okay. Wait, we'll have to try it then. Thank you, everybody. Near Rin, Benfi, Lord, Bath of Exile, Josh, Fitz, Tombstone, Vadex, Jay Pitchy. Thank you for everything, guys. Appreciate you. I will see you tomorrow. It's gonna be epic.